If you are struggling with your mental health, motherhood is extremely hard. Motherhood is extremely hard if you aren't struggling with your mental health. Motherhood is being thrown into the fire of what your childhood was like and bringing up old wounds that you thought you healed or you didn't even know were there. It gets to be a lot because then when you're dysregulated, your whole house is playing off of your nervous system. As mothers, we set the tone, we bring the peace, we help our kids regulate their nervous system, and being regulated is really important. But we don't need another thing on our to-do list, right? We don't need another thing that we feel like we're failing at. We don't need another thing to stress out about. We need to know that the thing we're pursuing to help us in this way is going to move the needle forward. There also needs to be balance here because we're nurturing, we're loving, we're caring for everyone around us, but we as mothers also need to be nurtured, loved, and cared for ourselves. Mental health has been a struggle for me my whole life. I've experienced things that are hard and have been wounding and have been brought to the light now that I am a mother. I've been confused with how to move forward in my mental health healing journey more times than I can count. I have been paralyzed or stuck or in my flight mode, wanting to do something, but not knowing how to move that needle forward. And then I got married 12 years ago, and it wasn't about me anymore. I had to learn how to express myself and my feelings. I had to learn how to allow and receive love. And then I had kids, and it was a whole new ballgame. I was being invited to a whole new level of healing that I didn't even know was possible. Experiencing childhood again through my children has been a healing journey that I don't think I was really told about, or it wasn't shared with me how deep it was going to be for me and myself. I knew how much I was going to love my kids. Sometimes the pain has been overwhelming. A lot of times the love has been overwhelming. I've never been one for small talk. I want to get to the heart of the situation. I'm curious about other people's stories, where they've been, what they think about things, and how our stories shape us. How can these experiences that we've had in our lives, no matter how terrible, no matter how hard, and no matter how hard to look at again, how can they be used for the good of others, the good of ourselves, and for the good of our family? On this channel, I want to bring you along on the journey that I'm on right now. What does it mean to be mentally well? What does it mean to ask for help? What does it look like to have a calm and regulated nervous system? And how does that affect my family? And how do I do it? How exactly do I do it? If this sounds similar to your story or how you're feeling, I would love for you to follow along. I'd love to hear from you more in the comments. What has motherhood revealed about your own childhood? What does being mentally well look like for you? How has pursuing healing in your own heart, in your own life, helped and healed your children and your family? Does pursuing healing feel overwhelming to you in this season of mothering? Talk soon.